like I told everybody as I was closing out that call, I just really I've got to figure out how to weave that in, because that's such an integral part of what we actually do. So our builders training, let me see here. Let me make sure. If you guys have any questions, listen, text me, 919-961-2075. Got my phone right here. Or you could put I think you could put a question on here. It'll come across as it'll come across as a question on my screen. I'll answer that. Okay. So our builders training tonight is nothing I came up with. It actually came straight from Barry Clarkson teaching in New Orleans. But in my mind, I thought, you know what? If Ray Kroc if Ray Kroc were alive and well, and he was about 30 years old, and he was still selling milkshake machines, and Ray Kroc actually saw Equus Financial, how would Ray Kroc probably think about Equus Financial? How would he do that? Well, number one, I want you to think about leads, the way leads are generated. I want you to think about leads as real estate. Okay, and I'm going to slow down because I really want you to get this thought process. It's not going to be long tonight. It's going to be pretty simple. But I want you to think about leads in any geographical region you may be in tonight. I want you to think about, especially with the addition of digital mortgage protection leads, which I'm just telling you, I just think it's a game changer. But I want you to think, and you may not know the exact number, but you need to kind of have an idea, what does the real estate look like in your geographical region? What does the real estate look like? What does the street corners look like? Because if we're Ray Kroc and we're really not in the hamburger business, we're really in the distribution business, we're really in the real estate business, then what we've got to think about is how many street corners, what's my ability to grow in this geographical region, okay? So number one, how many leads can be generated? How many mortgage protection leads? How many final expense leads? If Equus gets involved in this digital marketing stuff and they start creating living benefits leads, oh, game changer. So number one, you got to think about leads. And I will tell you this, if you're on this Zoom tonight and you're a manager and you don't think in terms of leads, and you're not working within your organization to distribute leads, I don't think you understand how to grow as a manager. I think you've missed it. If you think your job is to hire people and just let them buy whatever leads they want to buy, I think what you're probably going to do is I think you're going to hire some really good people that will eventually be really good producers for another manager, probably in another organization, not an Equus. Okay, I'm not saying somebody's going to steal your guy, but some other IMO out there is probably going to hire your guy, and they're going to figure out how to get a better quality lead into your gal's hands. And all of a sudden, it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, because they're now making money. And they're now going to be all over Facebook talking about how much money they're making and how much they love their new place, their new IMO. So much better than Equus. So much better than Equus. I can't fault them. I can't fault them. You take somebody that has talent, and if you're a manager and you're not figuring out how to get good leads into their hands, I don't understand what you're thinking about. You're definitely not thinking like Barry Clarkson. Don't say I'm doing what Barry Clarkson. No. Every time Barry tells his story, he tells a secret, and that secret is Barry Clarkson learned. He learned big time what happened when you were able to get qualified leads into the hands of quality agents. qualified leads, quality agents. Boom. You know, my dad probably did something for me early on in my life that was smart. Okay. And here's what he did. We would go dove hunting, like dove hunting was like, it was a religion. Like it was like opening day of dove season, which is Labor Day of every year. We would have a big dove hunt, and my granddad would come down from Virginia, and he would bring a couple of his friends, and it was just it was better than Christmas. Okay. Now again, you got to think about it. I'm a Southern kid. I was born and raised Eastern North Carolina, and dove hunting on Labor Day weekend, it was on like it was better than Christmas, 10 times better than New Year's, 100 times better than anybody's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So, but my dad, he understood. I'm 7 years old. I'm 8 years old. And it's like, you know, okay, so I got to start my boy off with like a 410 shotgun. Well, so not only did I start off with a 410 shotgun, my actual shotgun, my actual 410 shotgun wouldn't eject. And so every time I had a single shot, one shot, y'all understand that? I was Barney Fife. I'd put my bullet in my gun, my little 410 shotgun shell, and I'd click that thing up, and a dove would come by, and it didn't matter if it was right on me or if it was 10 miles away. Boom! But I had one shot. And then I had to open that thing up, and instead of that shell ejecting out like it was supposed to, I had a cleaning rod that you use to clean your gun barrel, and I would have to get that gun just like that, and I'd take that cleaning rod, and I'd shove it through there and knock the shell out to be able to load it up, and boom. So if you can't already tell, it's a pretty painful process, and when you're 7 years old and you're trying to kill a dove, it can be tough. Okay, it can be tough. Now, some people could say, well, your dad was smart because he had you shooting a 410 and you had to learn how to become a good shot. Well, that's true. And me and my brother, we both became great shots. Okay, I'll brag about that. But my dad, late in the afternoon, okay, when a lot of people, they'd already taken up their stuff, they'd already gone in, they were cooking doves back at the barn. My dad would pull me and my brother right beside him, and he would allow us to shoot a couple of doves with his 12-gauge shotgun. Now, here was an unbelievable thing about his 12-gauge shotgun. It actually could hold 3 shells. 3. So when a dove came by, you didn't have just one shot. You could go boom, boom, boom. So if I had 3 shots at a dove, what was the increase in my chances that I was going to knock a dove down or kill a dove with 3 shots versus 1? I don't know what the percentages are. I just know that it was fun sitting beside my dad, because after a full day of trying to shoot doves with a single shot 410, it was so fun to sit with my dad and kill 4 or 5 doves, because I thought it was the easiest thing in the world shooting that 12 gauge. And I was not allowed to get a 12 gauge until, number one, I earned my own money. And I did that working, cutting grass and working in tobacco. But it was not until I was 12 years old that I was allowed to get my own 12 gauge shotgun. So why do I tell you that long, drawn out, painful story? Well, because if my only experience in shooting doves was a single shot 410, I'm not sure I would have ever liked it very much. And so you've got good agents, good quality people that you're allowing to go out there and buy 6 C leads a week, and they're going to go out there and they're going to make something happen. They're going to write down their goals this week, and they're going to make something happen. Guys, I don't care how much I wanted to make happen. When I only had one shot, I mean, it's like, you know, and it's not that I didn't ever kill anything, because I did, but it was hard. Guys, this business is hard enough. This business is hard enough. Don't make it harder. And if you're a manager out there and you've got a manager contract level and you hire somebody, come on. Like, come on. Okay? So thinking like Ray Kroc, number one, how many leads can your geographical area produce? Number two, this is getting good now. This is getting good now. That was Taylor Swift. For every 10 A leads, you, Mr. Manager, can distribute through your agency. For every 10 A leads, you can take this to the bank. You're going to average about 3 issue paid applications. So if I'm a manager and I want to think like Barry, or I want to think like Ray Kroc, how do I increase the number of applications? This is not a trick question. This is painful, but it's not a trick question. Because I will tell you, there's some people out there that still say, I'm going to increase the number of applications because I'm going to train people. I'm going to get them trained where if they hear the word diabetes, the next thing they think about is A1C, smoking, insulin. So not a trick question. So I would say the answer is to figure out how to get more A leads flowing through my organization. Hello. Boom, 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 boom. How do I get more A leads flowing through my organization every week? How do I get Kristen Brockman sending emails every week with more of my agent's name on them with A leads? How do I do that? Because what I know is that numbers never lie. And the more A leads I got going through my agency, the more applications I got coming in. Jump back. So for every 10 A leads, you can take it to the bank. You're going to average 3 hamburgers. What's a hamburger? A hamburger is an $85 a month living benefits or whole life application. That's what it is. The $85 a month, $85 a month is $1,020 annualized premium. That's our fried hamburger. So the more efficient I get at distributing leads, the more efficient I'm going to get at creating distribution, and the more $85 a month checks I'm going to send up to these insurance companies. And the more $85 checks that I send up organization-wide, not my own pen, organization-wide, the more money I'm going to make and the more people we're going to help. So what's our fried hamburger? What's our pizza pie? What's our Subway sandwich? It's an $85 a month application, $1,020 annualized premium. Okay, now here's what I'm going to end up with. Okay, this is going to get good. Okay, Barry Clarkson said in Nolans. For those of you not from Nolans, this is what Barry Clarkson said in New Orleans. To qualify for first tier equity bonus, you need to be doing about 64 applications a week. You need to do 64 applications a week in order to issue pay 50 applications. So you need to be moving 64 hamburgers if you want to move. If you want to end up net and moving 50 hamburgers, you got to sell 64. Now I know that doesn't make sense, but stay with me on the theme of hamburgers, okay? So if I want to qualify first tier equity bonus, I have to submit to my subconscious mind this puzzle, and this puzzle says I got to figure out how to distribute, how to submit 64 applications a week. Now, in order for me to submit 64 applications a week, I think that I need to average 20 to 25 writing engagements a week. I will tell y'all that you could take that to the bank. But I will tell you, just as sure as I'm sitting here, that at Equus Financial, you will find people that are really good at advanced markets, and they'll actually hit the production number with a lot less than 64 applications, with a lot less than 20 writing agents, okay? And I'm just telling you, it's going to happen. So don't get jealous when it happens. The thing I'm just telling you is that while you have a chance, learn advanced markets. Learn how to be the annuity producer in your organization, so that when your organization goes out there and they make sales, and their sales are on 60, 65, 70-year-olds, you can actually go behind them and harvest the annuity money that's laying there. Okay? 64 applications a week nets 50,000 issue paid. 50 applications, which is 50,000, actually 5,100 if you do the exact number of 1,020 annualized premium. 64 applications a week submit equal 50 applications a week issue paid times 1,020 annualized premium, and that's 51,000 in issue paid a week times 4 weeks a month is 204,000 on a monthly basis. And congratulations, you now override all of Equus Financial, and you get a check. You get a 5-figure check every 30 days on top of what you make on your own pen, on top of what you make in overrides, on top of what you make in Builder's Boost, all because you learned how to think like Ray Kroc, like Barry Clarkson, and you learned how to better manage lead flow. I will promise you, just like a field underwriter wakes up and realizes one day, hey, it's really not a problem finding people that want to buy insurance. Actually, the problem ends up being finding people healthy enough to qualify for insurance. Ain't that the truth? So what you're going to learn is that when you're a manager and you understand the geographical regions that you're going to take over, and you understand that you got to own that lead flow. I don't want anybody else owning my lead flow in my backyard. I want to own my lead flow. I want my organization owning my lead flow. Now, somebody else, we love them. They're welcome, because you're going to override them anyway. But what I'm saying is that the more people we have thinking like Ray Kroc, the more people we have managing their leads, the lead distribution, the more managers we have doing what Nick Theodore, I think what Nick Theodore's probably best in the company at, is figuring out how to get good quality leads into the hands of good quality trained agents. And all of a sudden, they're going to realize, like I did late in the afternoon on Labor Day weekend, hey, killing a dove ain't that big a deal. It's certainly not as hard as I was making it when I was out there in the middle of that cornfield with that 410 single shot shotgun. I hope tonight made sense. I love you guys so much. Had a great day in the field today. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed right now, getting ready to do some reading, go to bed. So I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to go over to Charlotte tomorrow And I'm probably not going to stay all day, but I do want to see. There's so many awesome people that are going to be in Charlotte, and I want to see them. I want to see Nick and JB. I want to give them a hug. And, man, I'm so excited about Equus Final Expense. Man, by the way, let me give a shout-out to Mike Hall's organization, Trustworthy. Mike Hall's growing, guys. I'm just telling you, he's growing. He's being very intentful on what he's doing. He's got an incredible lineup of people speaking on his conference calls. He's being he's doing exactly what Barry Clarkson teaches. And I'm so fired up about his growth. I know they're just coming off of a record month. I do think Mike's going to actually be qualifying for that first-year equity bonus very quickly. And absolutely, when he hits that first-year equity bonus, I'm going to be the one giving him the biggest hug and the biggest high five, because I tell you what, he and Casey and Mike Sr., they definitely deserve it. And anyway, guys, it was shout out to them. I actually did their conference call today, and you can just tell when you're talking to people that want information, you can tell, and it pulls it out of you. There's a force there, and I tell you what, it excited me to be on their call today. So with that, guys, God bless. I don't think there's any questions. Thank you, Mark Cook. You got it, buddy. Let's roll. Matt Dixon, love you. Matt Dixon says, I'm loving this. Can't wait to see. Love it. Yeah, Matt, you love the 410. Hey, ain't that the truth, though? You understand it. You understand it big time, dude. Okay. No Q&A up here in the box. Okay, guys. God bless. See ya.